Well, good morning. We are in Kuala Lumpur and we're in the beautiful park area that's behind the Petronas Towers. Why are we downtown again? Because this is part 3 of our medical tourism series. I am changing locations from my old hotel to a new larger room. Still a good price, but a bigger room to recover in after the surgery. I'm going to show you both of these hotel rooms. And then I'm going to gather various items to put in the hotel room. And you and I are also going to have a good conversation during this video as well. Of course, we're going to have ourselves a great meal. We're downtown in Kuala Lumpur. We're going to go to a nice coffee shop. We're going to go to a great restaurant. We're going to enjoy ourselves. This is part 3 of the medical tourism series, and we're getting ready for the surgery now. We're getting set up in our recovery room. We've got a lot to talk about in this video. Let's get going.
Traveling the world as a minimalist with one backpack, that is what we do here. Subscribe and come along with Retire and Go. I'm moving my location downtown. Heck yes. I'm just a short walk now from this beautiful park here behind the Petronas Towers. I've got a new hotel room.
First things first, we have to move from my old hotel room to the new hotel room. I'm going to show you both. I'm getting set up in more space, so I'll be a little bit more comfortable as I recover, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well.
I was staying at Brickfields, which is in Little India. This is an area of Kuala Lumpur that has a lot of great nightlife with food and music and everything. And this was $16 a night. It was perfect. I was like a Spartan in this little room. I was just working every day, getting out, filming, coming back, showering, editing. It was just what I needed. It just got me going when I landed here in Kuala Lumpur. But it's time to get a bigger room so that I can recover after the surgery. So for a few weeks, I picked up a room here at the A1 Hotel. This place is $22 a night, and the room is about 4 times the size. So you can't really go wrong. Not a big price difference and lots of room. So I can relax, a big bed, television, a much bigger bathroom, everything. This is gonna be more comfortable. And for $22 a night, you can't go wrong. And you can see why I make sure I travel with all sorts of adapters. You never know what you're gonna run into. While we grab a bite to eat, right here, it's just right down the street from my hotel. Let's talk about the day of recovery. You have to give your body the time it needs to heal. You have to prioritize rest. Stay hydrated, eat light, eat nutritious meals, and listen to your body's signals. Keep movement gentle. Short walks are recommended. They can help aid in circulation and prevent stiffness, not just laying there all day in bed, right? Avoid excessive screen time. That's part of the recovery, they're saying, but you know me, I like my YouTube. Later in the video, I'm going to show you the various medications that they gave me. I'm going to do a recap on that. And of course, I have to use the ointment, antibiotic ointment on the scar on the outside. However, we'll see how many of the painkillers I used. The last time I had surgery, it was a right shoulder surgery, and I did not use painkillers. That's right. I just used ibuprofen over the counter. If you find yourself traveling and you're concerned about having travel healthcare insurance, well, check out the first link in the description because it might answer the questions that you have about travel healthcare insurance. For a healthy meal at a decent price, secret recipe is not a bad way to go at all. And there's plenty of room if you have a group, all good. They have a nice outdoor sitting area. And you're just, maybe 1 block away from the A1 Hotel? Perfect.
The next thing that we need to work on is getting ourselves some supplies for the room. I need to get some fluids to drink, some protein shakes, some granola to eat, just some basic snacks so I don't have to venture out. It's not like I won't be able to walk, but I'm not going to be feeling very comfortable. And I might just want to sit around and watch TV for a few days. So let's go get that stuff, put it together, and then we'll do another recap on what medications I have ready to go for post-surgery.
A quick recap for anyone that did not see the first two videos. I am going to have surgery done on my lower eyelids. I'm having an incision, skin removal, I'm having fat tissue removed, and then I'm having a tightening effect with some fat transfer. There is a 24-hour convenience store less than 1 block away from the A1 hotel. So I am going to make sure that I'm stocked up on water. I'm going to get some different snacks like nuts and things like that. And I'll take a look at what all I have. Let me get everything kind of assembled here. I picked up a little bit of everything. And I just don't want to have to venture out. Water, I have some sugar-free sodas, milk, and a few coffees, some protein bars, and I picked up a variety of different nuts. Medication recap, antibiotic. This is all for after the surgery. The first of 2 different painkillers. Painkiller number 2, I don't even know if I'll need those, but we'll just see. This is an anti-bleeding medication. I guess you call it a coagulant. And this is for putting on the stitches as an antibiotic.
On this channel, we talk a lot about goals. We talk mostly about financial goals. We talk about setting up multiple streams of income through your investments so you can travel and enjoy your life to be financially free. That's a big goal that we talk about here. But we also, through action, talk about having physical goals as well. Exercising every day, eating healthier, reducing our carbs, reducing our alcohol intake. These are physical goals. That is undoubtedly part of this channel as well. But the mission of this channel, beyond the goals that I'm trying to set for myself and trying to show to others, the mission of the channel is to inspire others. And that is why I'm making this medical series. Because there are people that are fearful or concerned that these operations are either too expensive, unattainable, they're too afraid of it. All of these things I was worried about as well. But through these videos, I'm showing you that these are not something to concern yourself with, that it's not that expensive, that you're perfectly normal for being afraid of any type of surgery, of course. So inspiring others in the spirit of Bodhisattva. These videos are meant to enlighten you into what is out there. And if you have reservations and you have concerns and fears, as I've talked about before, fear is simply the unknown. If you don't know anything about it, you fear it. That's why you fear a dark room, because you don't know what's in there, okay? That's why you fear a test, because you didn't study for it. You fear the unknown. And through these videos, I hope to make this type of medical tourism more known and more, not less fearful, but just make it more enlightened in your life so that you're aware that it's out there and it is attainable.
Downtown Kuala Lumpur, it is so green, full-size trees planted everywhere. And I love that as I'm walking through the city, it has a very lush green feel to it. Now that I'm settled into the new room, I've picked up some supplies. I have about 2 more days. Tomorrow, I'm just going to rest. So I went to Pampas today. And this is sort of in the evening now. They're getting ready for the dinner crowd. The inside is a nice steakhouse, just so you know. It's a great place to go. And they have kind of this nice indoor-outdoor air-conditioned nook area as well. But I just like to sit outside. Just relax, get the nice breeze, and have myself a draft beer and chill out. Again, I have about 2 days left, and I can then go to surgery. I'm really just looking to chill out. I won't be doing any video work tomorrow, maybe answering some comments or maybe doing maybe a little editing here and there. But for the most part, cheers to you. And the next video should be after the surgery is done, and we'll do a full follow-up update.
I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. This is part 3 in the series of medical tourism here in Malaysia. I am setting myself up for the recovery room, and I got a chance to have a good conversation with you as well. Are you interested in this lifestyle that I live? Traveling the world as a minimalist, but also discussing medical tourism in this series. If you are interested, like and subscribe to the video and come with. If you're interested in any of the equipment that I travel with in one backpack, there are links in the description to all of that. There's also a link in the description to my new book, The Traveler and the Bard. Okay, we're continuing to get closer. The next video will be the surgery day. There's a lot happening, and I'm excited for it. And I'm glad you're coming along with. We'll talk again soon. Aloha.
I wasn't bothering anybody. I was just minding my own business, roaming, and he saw me. The ninja attack cat of Kuala Lumpur. Look at him. He's sizing me up. I think he wants to sink his teeth into my femur bone. I'm finished. Oh, he's scouting out his next victim. Let's hope it ain't me. The ninja attack cat of Kuala Lumpur.
On this channel, it's usually about fish. Try it again. Of why I make these. Yeah, no, that just doesn't really. That's not what. I like that one though.